All right, we're here with Damon Grow, CEO of Superstar Games here at GDC16.
Cool. So Samsung became our partner, and they're helping us bring a VR experience, a football VR experience, to the masses. So we started working with them, and they became a really great partner. And they really believe heavily in great experiences for the everyday person that's interested in VR. And we thought it was a good opportunity to take our assets and try to make a really great, cool sort of VR experience that everybody can sort of enjoy at GDC. But we'll be releasing it on the Oculus Store very shortly. No, it's not Samsung exclusivity. So as of right now, our plans are, they're a great partner now. So we're going to come out with them. But it's been the same plan that we had that we announced last year, which is, the VR thing, became really important recently. It's become very mass market, so we decided to give our try in it and see if people like it. But the original game, I think I announced last year, was we were going to release this summer, so before the season. It's always been our target window, so these people can kind of get into the game when they're hungry for football. And it'll be on both platforms. Yeah, so the most incredible part about the S7 was that they came out with that Snapdragon 820, and they're bringing a new technology called Vulkan, which is going to be the new OpenGL standard by the Kronos Group, which manages OpenGL ES and mobile devices. So the cool thing of what Vulkan does is it allows you to open up all the cores on the processor. So right now, most games are not able to access and do multi-threading. Mobile is a very unique challenge. Most mobile games you play now, mobile sports games, is sort of from isometric, the smaller characters and stuff. So we're trying for full 3D, high-res models, stadiums, really console-like experience as close as we can get on mobile. And it's catching up fast. Obviously, it's not there, but when these new standards, these new APIs come up, it's going to start accessing a lot more power, a lot more horsepower that we're going to try to deliver. And we need that. We need these moving standards. Yep. So we've been trying to be very cognizant of working with people who are pushing the boundaries of graphics. Again, you have to understand this is mobile, and a mobile device is not a console and it's not a PC.
Yep.
It looks sweet on PC, but to get it sweet running at 60 frames a second, so not a lot of games, mobile games specifically, run 60 frames a second. What we had to do for VR was we had to get 60 frames in each eye, and to be able to push that rendering power on a phone was a really hard challenge, but it was a great feat that we accomplished. So it may not seem like it's big on the outside, but when it comes to the hardware and when it comes to what we're going to try to deliver this summer, it's been very important to us to try to unlock all the true power of the Samsung device. It's been really cool. The 7's really sweet. It's really sweet, and if you order 7, you get an Oculus Gear with it. We really believe that the Oculus Gear was going to be the first contact with VR for the public. There's going to be a lot of great sets out there. The Oculus is out, the Vive, the Morpheus, which has a really great shot for gamers on the PlayStation. They're in a really great position. But really, the first contact that the general public is going to have with VR will be the Samsung Gear. It's very portable. There's no wires. It's a great experience. And so we wanted to sort of be that first contact app for a sports title. So we're the first real football game that's been in VR. So we're going to try to push this envelope. There's a lot of challenges ahead, but we just couldn't ignore how awesome VR is and how it's going to really change things. No, so it doesn't change the plans. It doesn't change them very much. What happened was VR has become a tremendous amount of mindshare. I think if you go to GDC here, you go downstairs, it's all VR.
All VR. Yep.
And, industries move in a very sort of, cyclical way, right? So there'll be something that's really big, and then there's a lot of a push in that direction. VR is here to stay, finally. I don't know if you guys have ever played with it back in the 90s, and they've had it forever, but it's never stuck. Because really what they found is you're able to get presence. And when you get presence, they've really figured it out. You actually feel like you're on the field, you feel like you're the person playing the game itself. And once your mind embraces that, it's a totally fantastic experience. And so we wanted to be the first to bring it to sports. And we don't know where it's going to go. We love the challenge, and we wanted to really be a good partner for Samsung, and to promote, what they're actually trying to do for everyone, which is, hey, VR is here. It's a fantastic experience, and we hope you like it.
So people don't have to be afraid about losing customization or franchise, a deep experience.
No. So we're gonna get what the VR looks like. It's kind of this. We limited the amount of rendering that the phones had to do. So we went with this style, sort of a mirror's edge style. And a couple things that happens is when you simplify things for the mind when it's in a VR environment, you got to use stereo rendering. You have to be very careful with the camera transitions. So what we found is the mind takes information much easier when things are simplified: colors, shapes, and motion. So you got to be very careful. You don't want people to get dizzy. So we spent a lot of time trying to get that experience. So with the VR piece of it, which you'll see, and we're going to start showing videos. We got some more work to do. We got a lot of fixing up to do and stuff. I mean, we literally wanted to get the VR stuff and have it done for GDC, and we went as fast as possible and tried to learn the fundamentals of how you build a VR game. Using 3D world space for your plays and all that crazy stuff. So so we'll show off the videos for it. We'll start. So launch date, obviously our window has always been the summer, right before the season. So we're going to do everything we can to make it to that. So we're going to be a lot more out there. We're going to start showing more stuff off on the Galaxy 7. Now that we're partnered up with such a great partner, now it becomes an effort of not just one, it becomes an effort of many, and we're going to try to release as much as we can. I think people are like, oh, your social media stuff and whatever. I'm like, yeah, we're mainly just focused on building a game. We still have a relatively small team. We're a startup, so we're just trying to build the thing, and our Snapchat account might not be there or something, but we're trying. So I'm actually the social media person, and I don't do very well on social media, obviously. So we'll have to hire someone to take care of the social media stuff. But we definitely take everyone's opinions. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, Damon, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for coming out. It's been an awesome experience. So yeah, we hope to bring VR, at least that bit of experience, and we hope the general gamers like it, and football gamers specifically. It's going to be an interesting experience, something you haven't played before. Maybe a little bit like 2K5's first-person football, but when you're actually in the environment and it's on your television set, you can look behind you, look around you,
right.
Guys rushing at you to sack you. You definitely get a more of an intense feeling, and it's like what it's like playing football on the actual field. So we hope to expand the experience more, and we'll do the best we can.